week? No, nothing.
Not even about the way
so-
Hamas has presided over Gaza in the last 18 years.
Yeah. So that's a weapon of mass distraction. It's Israel doing genocide on the Palestinians right now. And there's IDF soldiers singing in video that the IDF has confirmed about how they're going to wipe out the seed of Amalek. That is a verse in the Old Hebrew Bible that talks about exterminating Amalek. So they're talking about genocide against Palestinians. Benjamin Netanyahu has also talked about wiping out Amalek. These are open calls for genocide.
We just watched a clip of known anti-Semite Cenk Uygur, and you see he keeps just throwing the word genocide, which is a crazy strong word, out like it's pretty much nothing. What do you make of it?
Cenk, like other people that are like-minded, are of a very, very diseased mindset, and there's no other way to put it. They will mask over their anti-Semitism with all kinds of anti-Israel sentiment. The very idea of accusing Israel of genocide is absurd. Hamas, the ruling party in Gaza, openly calls for the death of every Jew in Israel. It says it in their charter, written already in 1987, before so-called occupation. Should Israel concede to that demand? Hamas is a terrorist organization recognized by the international community, and it wants to wipe Israel, a country the size of New Jersey with 6.6 million Jewish residents, off the map. They'd gladly burn 6 million Jews alive, just like they did for women and children in southern Israel on October 7th. Should we just allow that to happen? Here's another fact. In August 2005, much to the bewilderment of many Jews around the world, Israel expelled 10,000 Jews from their homes in Gaza, their communities demolished by the IDF. No one talks about that, do they? Not a single Israeli was left in Gaza. Israel gave its Arab neighbors the opportunity to create an independent Palestinian state in Gaza with a flourishing society, the Singapore, if you will, of the Middle East. And the very next day, rockets came pouring down on Israeli cities, targeting civilians and homes. Instead of waking up to the deadly consequences of the withdrawal and re-entering Gaza, Israel showed restraint. You'd think there's an opportunity here, but instead Hamas built a terrorist state. Since then, tens of thousands or more of rockets have been sent from Gaza, killing as many Jewish civilians as possible, thousands upon thousands being murdered. So the fact that Israel secures its border with Gaza is what we call security. Imagine what would happen if Israel allows its border to be open over the past 17 years. We saw it in gruesome reality just in one weekend on October the 7th. Women being abused, children being slaughtered. So the idea of genocide from the likes of Cenk, Roger Waters, and all the other haters out there that have figured it out, and as long as you flash fry Israel anti-Jewish sentiment and you call it anti-Zionism instead, then you get away with it. You pretend you're fighting for human rights. Just to say that this is an allegation that is designed to undermine Israel's efforts to protect its people. And Cenk is just the soft front of the jihadi movement, which is perpetuated by useful idiots like him. It's been said many times, if Hamas will put down their weapons tomorrow, there would be peace. If Israel put down their weapons tomorrow, there'd be no Israel. Let's be clear. This siege that Israel created was not to block essentials, but to stop, albeit unsuccessfully, weaponry from being smuggled into Gaza, to be used otherwise against Jews in Israel. Had Gaza been a friendly neighbor, we would have peaceful coexistence. Everybody knows that. The world knows that. Cenk knows that, as do all his friends and useful idiots. But when you have a neighbor who wants all your children to die, should you not inspect what goes into the country? Here's the bottom line. Any siege is not the reason for the rockets. The rockets are the reason for the siege. Anybody who denies that reality is lying to you, full stop. There is no genocide. It's a lie. It's a fabrication. Israel will prevail against its enemies. As we always like to say, Am Yisrael Chai.
What do you say to people that are upset when they see all the images and videos of Palestinian kids and women dying?
It hurts me no less than it hurts them. But who's responsible for that? Israel's just trying to defend itself. It's not deliberately targeting children. Hamas did deliberately target children. Everybody knows Israel is deliberately targeting the enemy who are using children as human shields. That's unforgivable. And the world just sits idly by.